Hey everyone. So today I'm not having a French croissant, unfortunately, but I have a French person, which is, really cool. I have Jules Boisson from Sport Tech France. Jules, just introduce yourself.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Thank you, Carol, for having me. I hope I'm going to be as tasty as a French croissant. I'm not sure it's possible though. Well, as you said, I'm head of development of French Sport Tech. You see it right here on top of me. It's a community of 200 startups in France.
Mhm.
Well, there were startups at first, but now they are growing and growing. Let's say it's 200 innovative companies in the sport landscape in France. We gathered that community first of all to create connection and networking among the founders, among the different teams of all those companies, but also to have a real strong rate together within the sport landscape, within the economy landscape, within the whole tech landscape, just to wait together and have a common voice. So this community is 7 years old. I joined it last year. I was at the time the first employee. We were only 90, and it's growing so fast. Now, a year after, we are 200. We have many projects going on. So we're really happy about it. We are three now full time. There is a board elected among the founders of these great companies, and I'm sure we're going to be able to dig deeper on what we do, who we are, who are those founders on the boards, etc.
Awesome, Jules. I love your mission. I love what you guys do, especially understanding for small companies who do not have connections. And it's not general tech, right? It's sport tech. So it's a really great mission.
Yeah, exactly. It's great for us. What we want to do for them is to help them save time. They don't have time to read all the news, understand the whole ecosystem. We try to map it for them. We try to give them the one strong, very important connection that they need, so they don't have to spend so much time on all this journey. And so far, it's been great. We have great feedbacks. The community is growing. I guess we're doing good, and we gotta keep pushing.
Okay, yeah, awesome. All right, then if you have this broad view, we are interested in understanding the sports data and sports analytics landscape in France. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we have one big chance in our country is that our engineering background and students in engineering schools are really strong.
Mhm.
And AI is about engineers. It's about knowing all these algorithms. So we have a great grassroots to build strong AI companies in France, strong tech companies, strong data companies. That is overall, but also in sport. And we now have great companies that are working all the world around globally with the strongest IP, whether it's the Premier League, the NBA, anything. There are two big trends, I would say. They are the ones that are working for clubs, for teams, franchise. They are the one helping the super high level sport. And
Mhm.
on the other hand, there is I would say you and me, the companies that are helping anyone in their daily practice. I am no professional athlete at all, but there are great startups that can help me track my progress and do really strong things. For example, on this more B2C side, the daily athletes, we have football that you already received in a recent episode. I saw it with Silver. There is also so football. What they do, you put something as big as a coin, you put it in your sock, and at the end of your football game, you have all your data about how many pass, how many kilometers, how quick was your strongest shot, all of this. Another company that I really like that recently raised money is called Oshi. And what they do, you take your phone while somebody is running in front of you, you film him or her, and it's going to scan every single data points on his body, and it's going to tell you, okay, this part you should, I don't know, your elbow should be straighter, your knee should go more on the left, more on the right. And thanks to that, anyone, any single one, has the access of a professional coach, thanks to motion capture, that will help you have the best technique to put your body when you're running.
Mhm.
And this is super important because you could say, yeah, well, this is only for gig. This is just to get 10 seconds better at your marathon next year. But no. When you speak about B2C, when you speak about everybody as an athlete, you speak about global health. And so many people are getting injured because they are running. Running is one of the hugest trend in Europe. While this company helps those people who start running to know how to run precisely, which technique,
Mm-hmm.
and so they can prevent injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So when we speak about what AI, what data can bring to the everyday athletes, it's not only the performance, it's also global health. And now it becomes all much bigger. It's another topic, it's much more important.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was on the B2C side, but I introduced my topic with the B2B, and it's very important. We have so many great companies here who are working in various sports. French is also a country for rugby. There is IA Sports, which have been founded by a former French national rugby player. He
Mm-hmm.
has many games with the French national team, and now his company is bringing AI to help rugby teams to analyze how they perform.
Mm-hmm.
Still on rugby. Oh, sorry.
Oh, uh-huh.
Still on rugby and on other sports, there is Diptimize. Same. They help you track and analyze everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
There is Skill Corner. There is Fair Vision. Anyway, I could bring so many of them, but we have great companies, each with their own specificity that helps your team, helps your video analyst, helps your coaches teams to get the best on analyzing what happened to help you guess and try to predict as better as you can. Next, uh, last name drop I will do is about Vecta. Vecta is a company that helps in the cycling world. They gather all your data
Mm-hmm.
from various different things. You know, you're a rider of Tour de France. There's going to be some data collection everywhere on your bag. There's going to be data collection on you. There's going to be on your watch. There's going to be GPS trackers. There's going to be everything. So Vecta, they gather everything and then they help you to better track and to better understand very clearly during the live what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And like this, during the last stage of Tour de France, at the right before the last climb, when you're in the car as a sporting director, the heat is as big as it can go. Well, you know exactly which one of your rider has what still in his legs, so you can have the best strategy depending on that. And all of this is rising now. In the 5 previous years, those companies were first, second partnership, few clients. Now it's going big, it's going very strong. Every single team is taking them with them. Skill Corner is working with the NBA. Optimize is working with many football clubs. IA Sports is working with many clubs of the French rugby. So we're just going big. We're just going big. And this is my overall topic about my overall message about the French sport tech is that it's a young industry.
Mm-hmm.
We are not 50 years old. We are not 20 years old. It's not like fintech, which is which is here from a long time ago. No, 5, 10 years maximum. But it's growing fast. It's growing strong, and now people understood it.
Awesome. Yes, seems like you have a awesome companies and pretty how to say it, active sport tech landscape. And I'd love to ask you. So you've mentioned some B2C companies, and then you've mentioned the companies that are aiming at the clubs. But you said that you have some companies that are aiming at the high level sports. Like I've heard Skill Corner does data for NBA. Do you have other companies that are focusing like on top sport team?
Yes, you know, when I speak to you about Vecta, Vecta is working with the best cycling teams in the world that are riding Tour de France. IA Sports, it's the best rugby team in the world. Tima is the same. They are super strong in football. I'm speaking about the top IPs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not, it's quite confidential because Paris Saint-Germain doesn't want to tell Inter Milan which tools they're using. But really, it's top IP. When I say that Skill Corner is with the NBA, it proves you that they can do big. Optimize, it's the same. They are with the strongest European football clubs. So Vecta with the Tour de France, we are really happy about it. And thanks to, you know, in France, we are super lucky to have great sporting events.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a chance for us to try the companies inside to do the POCs, the proof of concept, and then we can go global. Well, right now, the POCs are done, and all these companies, they are going global.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me? All good?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so interesting. And all right, so how do you see the future of these companies on sport tech in France? Then everything is growing. How fast do you see it's growing? And yeah,
Well, I'm sorry it was lagging a bit, but you asked me about how do I see the future of the sport tech companies in France in the
yeah,
incoming years. I believe it's really bright. Many reasons for that.
mm-hmm.
When you look at the founding, I was telling you we are a young industry.
Yes,
The first dedicated sport investment fund in France was created in 2019. It's really not a long time ago.
yeah,
It was 50 million euros from Seventure.
mm-hmm.
And recently they just announced that it was performing so well, they're gonna create a second one, three times more money because it was going so well.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I want to say is that the funding is going well. Us at Sportec, we are tracking every year how much money our companies are raising. In 2024, it's going to be between twice or three times more than 2023. This is going really, really well, whether it's the French investors that are realizing it, whether it's the rest of the world who start to see these companies going global as I was saying. So now it's coming to the roots and trying to see the next golden nuggets here in France. Second things, the events, global events. France forever has been organizing some of the best events in sports. Paris 2024, I'm sure you had feelings when you saw all these images.
Yeah,
Alps 2030 is going to come back. Every year you have Roland Garros. Every year you have the Tour de France. You're going to have the cycling world championship soon, the ice hockey world championship soon. Well, we have many of them, and it's really a chance for us to broadcast the world, our companies, how they do,
mm-hmm.
how we know how how much and how well we know how to organize events and how we can implement our technologies in
Mm-hmm.
these. 17 startups were working for Paris 2024, and LA wants to work with them because it was so great. So this is a second point and a second trend that will help the sport tech in the future.
Okay.
Third massive trend, I think people now understand that sport is important. I think people understand that they need to do sports in their life, that health comes first thanks to sport. And so for the B2C side of companies that I was speaking before, the trends is great. They have great perspective, and we have no doubt about it. Especially, and I think this is the first very important thing to understand, that the innovation first comes from the companies that are working with athletes, that bring them the deepest technology they can have, the next gen tech. And as in any kind of industry, this then is implemented in a B2C side and everybody can use it. So this is working very well, and we see a lot of example. And I believe it's another trend that say that the future is bright
Mm-hmm.
for the French sport tech ecosystem, and not only the French sport tech ecosystem. I think the whole European ecosystem of sporting is great. I think we're building together. We start to see that we have to have a European weight on the international scene, and I know that there are going to be great partnership and cooperation within the European ecosystem.
Okay, that's interesting. I haven't prepared you for this question, but I'm gonna throw it right now. Like for the last year you're working in sport tech,
Yeah.
what is the most innovative company you've seen and you were like, wow? And not to offend anyone, but like what comes to you?
Yeah, no, it's difficult because I have to promote the 200 companies of the community.
Yeah,
So now, if I say one, the 199 others are gonna calling me in the minutes saying, "No, that's
I
not nice. You should have said me." But an example, because it's been recently published on App Store, so everyone can try it. And I personally love them. They are such a great team, and it's great founding team. It's called Dancer,
mm-hmm.
so it's about dancing, which is one of the biggest sports in the world. Like everybody dances. Um, and okay, what could I say? It's a mix of Strava,
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, and OnlyFans. And so what they do is there is a professional dancer
Mm-hmm.
that takes the videos, uploads it. So this is kind of the OnlyFans part, and you can buy it to try it and anything. Then it's like TikToks. You as a user, you scroll, you see great videos, great dances of professional, and then you're like, okay, this one, I think I can do it. I'm gonna do it. So you record, you start your dance, and then thanks to motion capture and some insane tech and an algorithm they did, they're gonna tell you precisely on every frame how well you performed on the basis of the as if the initial video was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to that, you have a score, and it's a way for you to track how you're improving on specific segments, specific videos. And overall, I believe they are creating the next model of how dancing teachers and students can exchange and improve, not only on the studio, but after the studio. It's going great. The tech is amazing. The founders are amazing. The project is big. They have great perspective of growing. So I love these, and I think it's one of the nuggets, one of the many nuggets to have an eye on.
Okay, yeah, let's move on back to our, main topic is sports data in France. And how do you see AI like influences the whole sport tech ecosystems? How does company using AI in their development and etc.
Honestly, AI is here since a long time. These companies I've been speaking to you, Skill Corner, Optimize, they are AI first. They have been built through AI. It's not AI empowering them. So for a lot of them now, it's how to deploy it in terms of business. But the tech is known, the tech is used, and it helps you go much faster, go much deeper in the topic. I think AI is a big challenge for the actors who are already here,
Mm-hmm.
and some use it very well. Vogo is a company which is doing multimedia. They do audio and video in the stadiums for many different utilities. For example, the video helping referee system is them. The communication within referees on the pitch is them. And they were there before AI was this massive thing we are all speaking about. But now they adapted themselves and they brought AI into their communication system.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be anywhere in a stadium
Mm-hmm.
and you could hear each other much better than we actually are, you, Kirill, and me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's thanks to AI. And I think what's very important is not for the AI first companies that are just rising right now and that are growing super well. It's for the traditional actors. How can they take it inside and empower themselves with it? And that's going to be a big challenge.
I got you. Yeah, and the challenges. Let's say you mentioned, the challenge. What are right? You see the bright future in sport tech in France. Like AI is developing. You've mentioned some sports data companies, but let's compare it to the other countries, to United States or to other, bigger countries. What challenges do you have over there?
I think there is a key difference when you take the US and France. I've been saying that we are very lucky to have great sport events here, and the public sector is really accompanying the sport evolution in the country. And France, sport in France has been built by the public sector. It's not the same in the US at all. Here, therefore, we have a problem. The public sector is super proactive in building events, but it's not the most proactive one in getting tech and innovation inside. So what we have to do as the sport tech community, but overall as an ecosystem, we have to accompany the public sector in being okay, in understanding, in empowering the technology and being sure that now I want to use it, not because somebody told me it's cool, because I understand why it's cool and I want to do it. So a big challenge in the European way to organize sports, which is mainly publicly, is to make understand the public sector he has to use it. On the other hand, I think it's we have a great opportunity. Sedentarity is huge. People stop doing sports. Nobody does sports anymore. And we have to make people move. We have to make the teenagers move. And AI is the best way to personalize everything. So you're gonna put people back to sports. And I believe that thanks to personalization that AI allows us to do, we're gonna be able to really track and trigger the good levers to make every young people, every younger European, every young person in the world do sports again. So that is really an opportunity that we have.
So you think AI will help, in general, AI will help to raise awareness of how sports is important in people's life.
I think AI will help us to personalize as much as possible uh, the tools, the solutions, everything, basically the sport offer. So anyone could really find sport attractive again.
Mm-hmm.
And this is massive. Sedentarity is a huge problem. It's maybe the global health number one problem actually in the world. And we need to find solution. And through personalization, through the hyper personalization that AI allows us to do, I believe we will be able to tackle that issue.
Okay, yeah, interesting, insightful like discussion, and we'll do another one, okay, Jules. We'll have one more in some time, but to make it not really long, I have couple blitz questions for you. So,
All right.
what is your favorite sport?
I'm a basketball player.
Basketball. Okay. What is your favorite player then?
I've been growing watching Kobe Bryant, so I have to say Kobe Bryant.
Okay, awesome. What advice would you give to sport tech founders around the world?
I have no advice to say. You know, they are every time my daily life is to see them and see how great they are doing. But what I find amazing in the ones that are succeeding the most is the pace they can have all the time. It's pace. It's only about pace. Every day is a new day, and they are going very strong every day, every day, every day. So it's all about pace.
What do you mean by pace?
Pace, it means the rhythm. They have like it's never long term. They only do short term, short term, short term, and quick and quick and quick. And we want to do something now and now and now. And when you bring that pace, you see tiny results, but much sooner. And so you're able to pivot every day a bit to
Uh-huh.
finally get the good direction.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's something I tend to see from the best founders I have the chance to meet every day.
Okay, so you see them being really quick.
Really quick, yeah. But it doesn't mean doing bad. It doesn't mean not thinking long term. It means every day we have to do something small and to challenge it. So every day I can pivot. So tomorrow we do something new, and tomorrow night we pivot again. And the day after we do something new and we pivot again. But it's tiny. It's tiny, tiny, tiny to find a good direction.
Awesome, Julius. Interesting. Okay, and what career advice you would give to people who want to get in sport tech?
Oh, I have something, I have a strong conviction. If a company in sport tech is looking for a marketing expert or an accountant expert or a super developer, they don't care if you like sport. They care, are you a marketing expert? Are you a super developer? Are you an accountant expert? So my advice is don't get good at sport tech, get super expert on a very tiny and specific skill that is being asked, and then you'll find a company in sport tech and in other industries that will be looking for you very, very deeply.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jules, it was nice to have you. All right, as I said, we'll have another one with you in some time because like you said, you are developing all the time, right? And everything goes dynamic. Especially having so much, great founders out there, like it's going really quick. So it would be great to have you. But thank you for this talk.
No, but thank you for having me, Kira. It's a pleasure. If you or anyone wants to have another chat, super free, super glad to discuss about it. If you want to challenge what I said, I'm even more happy to listen to you. So thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you.